Anyways, Lucas,
Yes, sir.
do you take the yeah? Do you take the Talmud? Achi.
Yeah, we studied the Talmud.
Do you know what a Mishnah is?
What? Sorry, come again.
No. Yes. A Mishnah. A Mishnah.
Mishnah. Yeah.
You don't know what a
What
Mishnah
about
is? A Mishnah. Yeah.
Yeah, of course I know.
It's
Yeah.
basically Jewish tradition, right? The oral Torah. Do you say? Do
Yes,
you affirm that
definitely.
it's oral Torah to fuck little babies, like 3-year-old girls?
I don't know, dude. What do you mean?
Okay. Want to
The
see
Mishnah.
or no?
No kick.
Yeah, want to see? Ketubot 11b. Okay. Let's see what this says. And similarly, right? It goes. This is what it's about. It goes on random shit, but we're gonna focus more on how it says, very clearly, right? With regard
Okay.
or maidservant who was ransomed with regard to the captive, or who converted with regard or convert, or were freed with regard to the maidservant when she was what? More than 3 years and 1 day old. 3 years and 1 day. You still with me?
Mm-hmm.
You still with me? Okay. If you go down,
Yes.
right, a few verses down, it says, right? With regard to an adult man who engaged in intercourse with a minor girl less than 3 years old. So for what is the context of the 3-year-old girl? That she's a what? Maidservant, right?
You know, this
Right?
is a narrative, you know? Like oral tradition telling the
No, it's
stories
not a
from the current
narrative.
time,
It's
you know?
not a narrative. It says, with regard to an adult man who engaged in intercourse with a minor girl less than 3 years old. We were talking about earlier how they have maidservants who are what? Little girls that were 3 years and 1 day old. It says, right? Rabbah said this is what the Mishnah is saying. An adult man who engaged in intercourse with a minor girl, right, who's the maidservant of that man, less than 3 years old, has done what? Nothing. Nothing wrong. As intercourse with a girl less than 3 years old is tantamount to poking a finger into the eye. Right? In the case of an eye, right, after a tear falls from it, another tear forms to replace it. Similarly, the ruptured hymen of the girl younger than 3, your maidservant, who you fucked and ruptured her hymen with your genitals, right? You have done nothing to her because her hymen will be restored.
I think you don't know how this works.
Do you agree with
though,
this?
right?
You think it's oral Torah
You're reading
to
wrong.
have intercourse? Okay, then how does it work?
No,
Tell me how it
this is
works.
paraphrasing, you know?
Tell me how. It's not paraphrasing. How's it paraphrasing to say this? It's saying
Yeah,
that
this
the
is
Mishnah is about a minor
collection
girl
of
less than 3
commentary,
years
you dumb
old,
fuck.
right? Who has done. Rava is not commentary. He's a rabbi. This is a debate.
Is it
they're
rabbi?
having. It's a
I
conversation between rabbis. Rabbi Rava, yeah.
don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know that?
No, this is not even study anymore, you know? What do you mean?
Dude, it's oral Torah. It doesn't matter. I'm just asking you, right? If you find it, okay, with the Mishnah, right? That means it's oral Torah considered to be by rabbis, right? If you have intercourse with a minor girl and rupture her hymen, you have done nothing wrong, right? Because it is similar to poking the finger into an eye after a tear replaces it, right? It's similar because the ruptured hymen of the little girl is restored. That's why you've done nothing wrong. The maidservant is not a rape victim. It's not paraphrasing. It's talking about
content
the
and you're annoying
maidservant.
as fuck, dude, you know? Someone's gonna watch this shit, you know?
I'm annoying as fuck. That doesn't answer my question, Achi. Hey, that doesn't answer my question.
I just answered, you know?
My
You
friend?
don't know how to read this little guy, you know?
Yeah.
Stop crying, you know? Just
Stop.
stop doing the
Why didn't tell me how to read it then? If I don't know how to read it, how do I read it to not say
fucking-
this? Listen, how do I read it to say?
Oh god.
Be aware,
just leave?
Lucas is a fucking. It's Jewish, Lucas.
He just
Lucas
left.
is Jew. It's a Jew.
I know he's Jewish. I'm bringing them the Talmud. This is Jewish. Did he just leave? He left the call. He couldn't bring me anything. Jews are just liars, right? The Talmud says, right, that a Jew shall tell nothing about the truth about the Talmud to a, what? A Gentile. Why should we take what he says?
Stupid Gentile.
Mishnah, if you don't know what that is, stupid Gentile, yeah. If you don't know what Mishnah is, right, the Mishnah is very clearly like a work of rabbinical literature about their oral traditions, and what they would call it is the oral Torah.